What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing with Adam. Today we're going to be doing some creek fishing adventures. Not to confuse you with the actual YouTube channel, but we're doing our own adventure today. We're going to be using some homemade jerk baits that I have brought with me, as well as the soft plastic night crawler and real night crawlers themselves. And one of the beauties of this creek here, it's white clay in Delaware. It's a really clear creek, so I'm going to try to get you some underwater footage as well. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the video. All right, so now we make our way into the creek, and this here is one of my homemade lures. I modeled it to look like a tarpon lure. Hopefully you guys can see that. I get some good headshots here. First time ever using the heads display for the GoPro, and last time I tried this side and I got me a nice little smallmouth, so I'm going to try down here, and then we're going to work our way that way. So let's try it out. Let's see what the first cast can get us. Any follows or anything. Yep, got a follow already. So this might be a promising spot. Hopefully, anyway. And if artificial doesn't work, we're going to go over to the natural stuff. Can't go wrong with live night crawlers. One thing about the creek here in Delaware, there are a different variety of bass in here. The majority of like smallmouth and largemouth in here, they typically get up to about 8 to 10 inches long. They're not very big, like you would find in like a lake or a creek or a pond. So if we can get on one, it'd be awesome to show you. But I'm definitely gonna, there's one spot where I can get nice and close, because it's kind of like a habitat for like a multiple species. So I'm gonna get some underwater footage of that, and it's down that way. All right, we're gonna do a bait change here. Give me 1 second. Now, this lure is kind of the same as the first lure, except it has a blue top and a blue ribbon tail, an orange bottom. So hopefully this one gets a little bit of a good strike, or better strike. One thing I should mention too, when you are creek fishing, you want to let someone know where you're going, whether it be on Facebook or somebody that you live with or a friend. The reason being, there are spots in the creek, and this is multiple creeks, where it may look like it's a nice flat piece of walkway where it's sandy. It can actually turn into really thick mud, and you can sink almost like quicksand, and it's really hard to get out. And I've been in a situation before where I've gone up almost waist level and I just barely could get out. So you want to make sure you have somebody aware of where you're going to be when you're creek fishing, because it is very dangerous if you do it incorrectly. So just keep that in mind. Oh, there we go. Bigger smallmouth right in front of me. Let me see if I can get his attention. He's right in this area. Yeah, he's patrolling this spot, so this might be his home. There it is. This looks like a little bass. Maybe a largemouth. Yep. All right, let me get him over. I gotta get you a good thumbnail here. Nice. Okay, there's that. Let me go ahead and get him off the hook, or try to anyway. I may have to get my... It's going to take a minute. He's hooked pretty good, so he's not going anywhere. Let me keep him in the water. And so like I said, he's a creek bass. He's probably about 8 inches or so, and that's about how big they get in white clay. So it's still a decent fish. This is always the hard part. He's hooked good. Damn. Come on, come on. Okay, there's one. And there's two. Okay. Alright, everybody. Here is the bass. Let me let him go. There you go. Want him to get back to revival. So that was fun. We got one. First fish of the day is a bass on a homemade jerkbait, and I'll give you a nice up close detailed shot of that once I get everything back to situated. Where's my phone? There it is. So smallmouth and a largemouth, and he was just hiding in the shaded spot there. And let me go ahead and get this off the line so I can show you. Okay, now that's off. I want all this vegetation off. And the reason being, I want more, it's going to sound kind of fruity, but I want more sparkle and flash on my appearance. And the reason being, the more of that, the more attractive your lure looks, especially on a really hot day in this creek. Now, I come here quite a bit, and I noticed hot days, you want as much flash as possible. And what's nice about all the lures that I make is there's a little glitter ribbon tail, which adds for appearance. I always use a swivel because this little flash adds extra appearance, and then you have the lure itself. So you got 3 different things working for you, and that's why he struck that thing, and he went pretty crazy on it because he was hooked pretty good. So not too bad. First fish of the day, a little largemouth bass, creek largemouth. I'll take it. Look at all these little minnow things here. Look at the other bass. They're going for him. Look at that. I don't know what kind of fish they are. Little kind of little minnows. And the bass, that's kind of funny. The bass are on a like an edge here, just waiting for them to come out, and they all just shoom, feeding frenzy. So let's see. Maybe he'll go for my. No, not that time. When I say bass, I mean they're not huge bass. They're creek bass. They're like this big. But it was crazy to see how they just, I mean, look at them all. There's millions. School of bait fish. See, man, one got one. Look at it. They're not far from food, that's for sure. I wonder if I go in slow, I wonder if I can get them to come around me. If I just like stay put. Of course I have a shadow, so they probably won't, but yeah, I mean, well, let's see. Nah. Alright, moving on. There it is. And he is hooked in a very bad way. So here is a creek smallmouth. Let me go right here. He's very tangled. Very, very, very tangled. Okay, let me... Yeah, spikes, ouch. Come on. Fuck. Need more slack. The way he got hooked, it's like... Alright. Come on, come on. There we go. Let me get the line. Here we go. Alright, another one that's hooked good. Ooh. I need my tweezers or hemostats. Ugh. Ah, there you go. There you go. So, not too bad. Nice little creek smallmouth here. And this is like I said, this is the usual size for him. But let me... There he goes. And there's a lot more this way. But it's nice to see that there, you know, there's some different species that are on the hunt today. That's good. And I want to keep these close by because I feel like I'm going to need them a lot. This part always gets me messed up because I can never align it right. Alright, so essentially what you do is you take the cut off piece of worm, you slide it up the hook, just like this. So here's what your end result would be. Now what I do, this extra tail, that's nice and all, but what's going to happen is the fish are going to take it, they're going to bite it, and it's not really going to be effective. So I just wrap it around it again, and I make one extra hook set, or one extra placement, and I get it set where the worm stays extra secure with the hook part still exposed. Now, it's very simple. Now watch how fast they're going to attack it. I'm probably going to get a fish rather quick, and I got to get resituated here and not fall down. So, there's plenty of bass around here. There's plenty of rock bass. There's plenty of sunnies. And what I do is I use a hook that's a little bit larger. So I think this is like a size 6 or size 7. Well, I don't know. Size 10. It's, well, I don't know. It's a little bit larger of a hook. And I do that for a reason. The smaller hooks are nice. But after a while, what happens is the fish will swallow the entire hook, and it's just a pain in the butt to get the thing out. So I just go a size up, or a few sizes up. Now I'm going for a rock bass, so let me cast it there. Anything that hooks on really doesn't matter. I'm okay with. And when one sees it, others come in. So I got some rock bass that are around. I got some juvenile largemouth that are around. And when one takes it, see, I got all this grouping here. I'll show you why I use the larger hook. Now he swallowed the hook, but it's not small enough where it can go all the way down his throat and then get really stuck, and then makes for a bad day trying to get it out. And it's not big enough where it won't not hook him. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. There it is. There's my rock bass. Isn't he a cool fish? He's a cool fish. I like these fish. And what's really cool is, if I cannot damage his lip, there we go. What's really cool is their eyes. They look brown, but they get flushed red, and that's why they call them the red-eyed rock bass. Now underwater they're brown, and when you first catch them, their eyes are like this flushed red color. It's really, really cool. Really unique fish, and they have a nice pattern to them as well. Ah, there's a decent sized one. Another one following it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, let me get up to the shallow spot before he goes and jumps off. So, as you can see, and I told you before, as he's flicking the worm off, hang on a sec. Alright. I said before, bass do and will. They will go for... Ow, ow. It's in there very good. There we go. Bass will go for night crawlers. They get you a good picture where it's not much of a sun glare. And he's a decent size, so lay him up there. Like I said, I'm 5'11", almost 6 foot. So nice fish. Nice. Right when I said that. Where's the big bass? There he is. And there's another one that's following him. There's another one over here. Nice. So I mean, this is all the setup was, and he swallowed it. So I mean, in a sense, it kind of looks like a grub. And I mean, they go for just about everything. Nice. Whew. Well, it's starting to get kind of hot, so I think, and the bird agrees, I think what I'm going to do is kind of pack it up and call it a day. It was pretty good fishing day today. You don't always get days like today where they're constantly hitting and different species of all sorts, so it was pretty good. I was happy with how today is. I just got to get cleaned up, packed up, and do a proper sign-off. Well, we're back in the shaded spot right where we just entered into the creek from way in the beginning of the video. Today was a pretty good day. I'm very satisfied with how the results were today. I'm glad that my homemade lure was able to bring in some nice fish, decent fish, especially the first one that we got. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about creek fishing and some different techniques. And other than that, if you do want to subscribe, please subscribe. Please comment. I do respond to all comments, good and bad, and I do appreciate all the feedback to me. It makes me a better filmmaker as well as a fisherman as well. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.